welcome back to my channel! Based on the recent tragic events of Hyun of Chinese suicide, and of course other similar examples all through the years. I'm here today to talk about something that I think it's a big difference if you compare Korea to Western countries, or Sweden at least. Because it has been saying that Young Hyun has been struggling with depression for a long time before the actual suicide happened. And what people talk about is how he showed this perfect outside with how it looks great and how he feels amazing on the outside, but he doesn't show what actually goes on the inside. He had a solo project coming up and a lot of things coming up. And this is a huge difference if you compare Korean celebrities with Swedish celebrities. In Sweden, the celebrities are almost showing too much of how they feel. For a while it was even almost like a competition, and still actually is, that who can show who can make themselves look more depressed compared to the other celebrities. I mean, it's like a competition, who is more depressed. It's like they're almost bragging how depressed they are, how they see a therapist and how they take antidepressives and all medication, all the medicines and stuff. And what strikes my mind about this is that maybe it's not just celebrities. Maybe it's something even bigger. Maybe this even covers the whole difference when it comes to Korea and comparing with Sweden. Here it's so common to talk about how you feel to other people. People are really open to talk about how they feel and if they are depressed, and or that they see a therapist, take medication or take drugs or antidepressives. And people, co-workers, bosses, teachers, everyone is so supporting when it comes to these things. I myself have been depressed when I went to the university. I stopped coming to school for about over 2 weeks, and I didn't pick up the phone when people were calling. I locked myself up in the apartment and I couldn't go outside the apartment. Because I felt scared about talking about how I felt. So I basically just isolated myself at home. People thought that I maybe even were dead. I didn't even answer when my mom called or my dad called or anyone. So then one classmate of mine eventually, it was like the 100th phone call from this person, and a text message arrived right after when I didn't answer, and it was saying, just write something so I know that you're still alive. This person came to my apartment eventually when I just wrote like, I'm alive. Came to my apartment and dragged me out of the apartment, literally, and helped me seek help. Came out and told my teachers at school, and I was so nervous about this, but they were so supportive right away. They helped me, guide me in the right direction, and guided me to get professional help right away. And I learned to openly talk about my emotions and how I feel, and and I saw a therapist, a lot of therapists actually, and got professional help. And I even took antidepressives for like 3 years. And I went to a school where it's actually really hard to get in. Only 1% of the applicants get in to that university. I was really scared of losing my position at the university because of all this, but the teachers were so supporting and right away told me like, it's okay, take your time, come back when you feel better, when you're ready. And if you want, you can even take the course once again with the next class that's starting in the next year, if it even takes that long. And I fell so behind in school because it took so long time before I even could get to school because I didn't feel well. So also when the teachers realized that it was gonna take a long while for me to get better, they even offered to me to just come to school and talk to them for like an hour per week, or just so I got to meet people. So eventually I fell behind so much in that course that I decided to just start it all over again when the next class were gonna start. The next semester, next year. So eventually I came back and finished the course, and since 2015 I am pill-free. I'm not taking any medication anymore. And I feel so much better. And it was Korea and my interest for Korea and Korean popular culture that actually got me out of that depression. To make a long story short, that's just one of the reasons why I love Korea so much and why Korea means so much to me and Koreans. So basically I'm so thankful to what Korea has given me. So I had so many other friends and even families and relatives who have been depressed, stopped going to work for months, weeks, years. And while they're getting their professional help, they can bit by bit, slowly but steady, start to get coming back to work, working maybe like 25%, working 50%, and eventually, finally, working 100% again. So conclusion is that we talk about it really openly, how we feel, and if we feel bad or if we're not happy, then we actually are really open to talk. It's normal to talk about it. But when I try to explain this to my Korean friends, it seems like in Korea it seems to be very tabooed topic to talk about. And please correct me if I'm wrong here. Because I've heard scary stories that like people are like having trouble even getting jobs, and if they have been depressed or even had a relative who's been depressed, it actually can be hard to get work and stuff. Like it seems like you're getting so judged by the society. And I'm just trying to say that of course it's really shocking for me because it's so huge gap between us in that way. What I really wanna say here is that you who is watching, if you feel depressed or even has suicide thoughts, please understand, or at least try to listen to what I'm trying to say. Don't be afraid to seek help. Don't feel that you are weird or different or wrong somehow. You are completely normal, and it's always better to talk about it openly, how you feel, in order to feel better. At least from my experience. Trust me, I've learned the hard way. I know how hard it is to see right now. But if you seek help and eventually are feeling better, then you're gonna feel so much better than you've ever felt before. You're gonna come out stronger than ever. You know how you feel. I've been there. I've had these thoughts that you're having. All these negative and struggling thoughts in your head. Trust me, I have them. Please try to take care of each other out there. I'll see you.